Team India captain Mahendra Singh Dhoni is addressing the media ahead of the crucial clash with Pakistan.
Well, if you see Shikhar, me and Shikhar, we batted together the Challenger Trophy from where I was picked for India. Obviously, it was slightly easy for me. The reason being I was a wicket keeper, and if you are a specialist batsman, you compete with a slightly more number of cricketers. In that time, we had quite a settled batting, and say, or the opening pair that we had got. He got a bit of chance in the middle in the last, I think, 3 years, if I'm not wrong. But the problem is, when you get games on and off, the real problem is, you don't really know whether you'll play the next game or you'll get a few games in a go. So that really, you know, uh, affects the thinking of a cricketer. But now what has happened is also that stint that he got, a few games that he got, showed him where he needs to be, what are the areas that he needs to improve. And now all of a sudden, when he gets a chance, he's sure about the fact that he'll get a few games, if not too many, which gives him time to settle down and doesn't really push him to think as to what will happen if he doesn't perform in this particular game. So I think it really helps each and every individuals, and it is something that we want to do as a team for every individual who's selected for the Indian cricket team. But at times it's not really possible. So I think it's something that's really working for him. He's taken it as a challenge, and he's just expressive on the field.
MS, quite a few youngsters have performed very well under your captaincy. So, what do you tell these youngsters, the Shikhar Dhawans, the Umesh Yadavs, or the Virat Kohlis, before they play an important match? How do you motivate them?
Well, motivation has never been a factor, especially when you're representing your country and you're talking about 1.2 billion people, and the expectation level is very high. So I don't think motivation is something that needs to be a speech needs to be given to motivate the guys. I think all of them are very motivated. It's just that it's important to enjoy the game more than anything else. When we pick up cricket, or when any individual picks up any sport, it's for enjoyment. Nobody really thinks at a very early stage that it will be his career, where he will earn money. So I think that's what is important at the top level. Also, when you are competing at the top level, it's important to still stick to the fact that it is still a sport. You are there to enjoy, you are there to give 100%, and that's what something is of utmost importance. And I think all these individuals, they have been able to do that. They've been able to mix match everything, their fitness, their cricketing, and their life at the same time. So I think that enjoyment factor is the key. No, I think they understand that very well.
MS, Pakistan are out of the tournament. When Misbah was asked about it, he said that this kind of situation will take pressure off his side. Do you think, like in this kind of situation, they are less dangerous for India or more dangerous?
Well, there are two ways to look at it. It depends on what they are thinking. If their thinking is they have nothing really to lose, let's go out, be expressive on the field, don't bother about the result, then it can be dangerous. But if the thinking is, they have not qualified, this is a game against India, let's win this game, so that we have it as a consolation prize, they'll be in big trouble. So it depends on what entirely they are thinking.
MS, what's been the most pleasing aspect of this campaign so far for you?
I think the fact that we have quite consistently scored runs, touch wood, that's something that's very important, and the fact that we have been able to chase scores, and good scores against good bowlers and good wickets where there was a bit of bounce for the fast bowler. So I think overall it's a very pleasing aspect. And also the bowling department, we have seen, if there's a bit of help for the fast bowlers, even our fast bowlers, they can come back into the game, bowl really well in the middle overs. So I think overall I've been very happy. Fielding, we have not been known for our fielding standards, but we have seen. I think right now we are the best fielding side. You can compare us to any other side, and most of our fielders, they are good fielders, and the rest are above average fielders. Very good in the world.
I'm asking this in the context of what you said just now. We started playing cricket to enjoy and then be competitive and improve and beat the opposition. But along the way, the fans and the media have thrust the responsibility of the country upon you, as if you are more patriotic than the others that were representing the country. Along that way, that has happened along the way. Is it possible for fans to mature and realize there is just a sport? And I'm asking this in the context of the match in Pakistan.
Uh, you know, it's a very difficult one to answer. If you see, why cricketers are so popular in India, the reason is the fan following is such, so it's important that you take it in the positive way, because it will be very difficult to change the thinking. But I always talk about, to look at stuff which are in our control and stuff that's beyond our control. So I think this is definitely something that's literally beyond our control. So it's very important that we set our own expectation level. We try to do well in each and every game, because I think the expectation of the fans in India, it will only go up. It will never come down. I've never seen it come down, right from 2004 December when I made my debut. So I think it's a good thing. It really pushes us all the time to keep doing well. But it's very important, to manage ourselves, especially when we are not doing really well, because in sport, each and every individual from each and every country, at the end of the day, they're representing their country and they want to do well for themselves and their country. So I think it's crucial that when you're not doing well, not to get bothered about all these things, still look to do better in the areas that are in our control, and that's preparation, execution of plans, and keeping ourselves fit.
With showers forecast tomorrow, does that make the toss even more important? And if that's the case, do you change your planning?
When it comes to toss?
No, for in terms of if it's going to be raining tomorrow.
The England weather, it's very unpredictable as of now. Showers, they've said we may have a bit of shower, but we'll see before the start of the game how it looks. Look up at the sky, see what's really happening, where the clouds are coming from, and once you get so close to the game, the forecast, they are a bit more realistic. So we'll see, how it goes. What also needs to be seen is whether it will be so much rain affected that the team that bats second, they end up only batting 20 or 25 overs. And then the team who has batted first has a bit of a disadvantage. That's to my feeling. But once the game starts and everything goes well, and all of a sudden the match gets reduced to a 35 over game, which is still big enough, I think then the side batting second has a bit of a disadvantage.